Did you call Mark dad on set? Because you said you just referenced him as dad, maybe to like stay in character.
Maybe. Um,
That's kind of cute.
I don't know if I did. I think I mostly called him Mark. I don't know.
I guess that would be kind of weird, but also
Yeah.
kind of endearing. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely jokingly called him Daddy a lot,
Daddy,
but I think I
the Mark
must have,
Ruffalo daddy, sugar
yeah,
daddy arc.
Sugar Daddy.
All right.
Sugar Daddy Mark. Marky Mark.
Hi, welcome to Post Credits Cafe with Lauren. I'm Lauren, and on today's episode, we have writer, director, editor, actor Cooper Raiff to discuss his new series, Hal and Harper. Oh, we got it.
I didn't make that up though. We messaged, right?
No, yeah, we did.
Okay.
All right.
We fell out of touch. I remember messaging for a second and then they asked I and I was like, is that Lil Lauren that I messaged? But I was right, right?
It's me. Yeah.
Yes, that was you, yeah.
Should we just jump right in?
Let's jump right in, yeah.
Okay. So, first of all, the name of this show is Post Credits Cafe. So, ideally, we'd be sitting in a cafe together, drinking coffee, whatever, but we are on Zoom. However, I did prepare us some beverages anyway.
What is it?
This is called the Honey Bunches of Love latte. It is a latte infused with honey with cold foam and honey bunches of oats and honey on top.
Is that because of the show?
Yes.
That is so awesome. I wish I was there to have
Yeah.
that. Can you send me all the ingredients and all that so I can
Absolutely. Well, to start out, I just wanted to ask if you have ever pretended to be asleep so your one night stand would evacuate the premises of your home without having to face any further conflict or converse with them.
It's a great question. I I definitely have, yeah. No, I've definitely play acted more asleep in the hopes of a person needing to like start their day. So like
Okay, that's kind of
so-
kind of you.
no, it's not. It's really not. Like clearly the person wants to talk and
Okay.
you're like hopefully if I play sleep long
They'll
enough
just go to work or
I'll have to go
something.
to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very avoidant, horrible behavior. But I've also been on the other end where Hal was, where I'm trying to talk to. I've literally experienced a very similar thing than that as that scene where I'm trying to have a conversation with someone who was having a conversation with me,
Yeah, and then they just stop.
and then they
Did
stopped, and then I was like, "Are you pretending to be asleep right now?" Like it was literally that. It turned out they really didn't want to talk anymore.
you
So
take a lot of
no, I don't. Is that you're gonna say, do I take a lot of things from my real life? And
yeah.
no, I don't. I
Okay.
I like there
Whoa,
are
that was like very psychic of you.
well, I because I said that took that from real
Okay,
life, I'm
right.
assuming, yeah. But no, I like I really don't. And but there are so many things specifically from the Hal and Abby relationship that there's another thing that literally happened in my life. Though there's the scene where they say I want to kiss your brain sometimes.
Oh yeah.
That was something that was I remember. I don't know if I said it or the person said it, but we were like in a college dorm and
Such a college guy thing to say.
a
Yeah, like
yeah.
I don't know, like damn, you're like so intelligent. I kind of want to like kiss your brain right now.
Yeah, it's very very college. Yeah.
Yeah. The show, which by the way is so beautiful, it's so tender, it's very resonant to me. You play Hal, and Lily Reinhart plays Harper, and she is the eldest sibling. I know you have two younger siblings or two younger sisters, correct?
Yeah.
I'm also the oldest of two younger siblings. And I
Oh,
was wondering if you wrote the character of Harper as maybe somebody who in the past you wanted in your own life, you know, like an older sibling to look up to, because I know like growing up in high school, in middle school, I kind of like would be like envious of the kids with older siblings to like confide in and like talk with about, I don't know, like dating, whatever. And the relationship that you have with Harper, that Hal has with Harper, is very, you know, codependent.
I think I definitely did. I think it I don't know. I think part of it was like maybe I knew a Harper in like a past life, or I was Harper in a past life or something. But I think it's very much coming from this place of, have you ever seen Into the Spider-Verse, that movie?
Yeah.
The concept of that movie, for some reason, I think I see a lot of parallels with Hal and Harper, meeting someone or being with someone who has the exact shared history or
Yeah.
shared pain and didn't necessarily act the same way, or they,
Process it the same way or
yeah, but it's like this feeling of not being alone is like extreme. And
mm,
I think that that's where Helen Harper kind of comes from. And people a lot of time will be like, "Oh, I watched Helen Harper and it made me wish I had this sibling." Or even my little sister, the youngest sister who's 6 years apart, is like, "I wish we were more like Helen Harper." Like in the same way that it's hard to even like understand twins. It's just something that tells you a lot about yourself watching them, but isn't necessarily, I don't watch them and wish I had a codependent sibling. But watching them reflects a lot back to me about myself,
interesting.
and it helps me feel like less alone, I think, but also
Yeah.
without the bad stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely had me reflecting on my own childhood and growing up with my own siblings and like how our relationship has changed and evolved over the years. I think it was the bathtub scene. Harper's in the bathtub and she's imagining them as kids in the bathtub. And I, out of nowhere, just like guttural sobbing. Never mind. I think it's because when I look at my younger siblings, I kind of like don't process that they are like grown adults in their 20s and living their own lives. Like when I look at them, I still see them as these little kids that we once were like in the bathtub together. So I think that's
Right.
why it hit me so hard. Is there a movie or series that had you gutturally sobbing as of recent that you can remember?
Yeah, well, I saw Sentimental Value recently, and that was a guttural sob.
Yeah. I have not seen that yet. I need to. I heard it's a based on a father-daughter relationship, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one's gonna hit. That one's
So
gonna hit.
that
Um,
that's gonna hit. That's gonna
yeah.
hit.
You look like somebody who cries a lot. And I mean that in the most complimentary
Yeah.
way.
Okay, thank you.
Is that
I do cry
do
a
you
lot.
cry a lot?
Yes.
Crying is kind of the best.
Yeah, I actually, my therapist the other day, a new therapist of mine said something like along the lines of like, what's behind the tears? And it made me think like crying is like a bit of a mask. I started thinking about it like that
Oh,
recently. But then I brought it to my partner and I was like, what do you think about this? And I think she and her therapist had talked about it many years ago as like fast processing. Like it's interesting to talk about like the science of like emotions and stuff. But like yeah, I cry all the time. And I cry like in Sentimental Value and in movies in general. I find myself crying through like the last 45 minutes of a movie because
mm,
that's my place to kind of
release.
go ahead and cry because no one's
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah, real. The credits roll and we see your name under just about every department. We see starring, written by, directed by, produced by. What is your favorite part of the process? And I know you've probably been asked that so many times, but what is your favorite part of the process? And would you ever want to do just solely acting or just solely writing something or producing, you know?
My favorite part by far and away is writing. And then I'd say like a close second, or not, I mean, I just said by far and away. The second place is editing.
Mm,
I find it like extremely stressful sometimes because you realize you don't have something, or like how are you going to make something work. So writing is so fun because it's editing without like pressure. And
right.
editing has like the pressure with it, so that's why it's a low second. And then directing and acting are just very difficult. Like directing so hard and
Very
acting,
technical, maybe.
well, just like so much pressure. I feel confident in my like communications with actors and
Mhm.
getting things out of and knowing like what needs to happen in a scene and the arcs. Like I feel very comfortable and confident in those ways. But as a director, you're also supposed to like lead a crew.
Right. You
And
have
I'm
a
like,
lot more
yeah.
responsibilities, I guess, when you're like opposed when you're writing, you're just kind of like alone
Exactly.
with
So
your
I really admire amazing directors who are able to do all of those things. And because I struggle with feeling like, oh, is this all up to me? Like,
Right.
is like, do I actually have to
Especially
lead?
directing yourself.
Yeah, I mean, directing myself, I've found a way to like make it feel like we're all just co-directors trying to make the scene
Okay.
feel right, and I have the most answers. Like if
Yeah.
I'll never not have an answer, but I don't have the answer of like how is the scene feeling to my scene partner or how
Right.
what do they need? And I feel good about that. It's funny you asked if I would ever just act, and I actually just was in a movie that I was just acting in, and I had a really awesome experience because I really trusted the director. I've done it before where it's
Yeah.
really, really, really hard if you don't trust the director. Like
No,
it,
yeah. I mean, like I can imagine, and I can imagine like having that trust obviously makes you much more knowing like it's going to be okay. Like it's going to come out good and the vision is there and yeah.
yes. It's all about just like trusting that they're gonna that you can fail
Yeah.
and you can do another take and they'll edit it to like be the truthful version of it.
Yeah,
Because
what did they say? They say like editing is the second the
something like that.
yeah. Are you somebody who cares a lot about what the audience thinks, or are you just once you kind of finish something and you're content with it? Like, is everything else kind of icing on the cake, like having a movie acquired or something, or like shown at a festival?
I am only thinking about an audience until I've finished the movie and it's totally locked and done. Then I don't think about
Mm,
the audience.
interesting.
I've done the whole thing where I'm thinking about how to get these very specific things into people's bodies, and then right when I finish, I forget about all of it and just it's probably just my coping is like I don't think about it at all. Like I don't read
That's
things.
probably healthy. That's actually really healthy.
Yeah, well, it's like it's almost completely necessary.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'll never ever do test screenings.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think those are remarkably dumb.
truly, because it's kind of just like, okay, well, this is like my I don't know, magnum opus. Like I just spent years, I spent so much time with this. And then like this audience in particular, like doesn't like this. So let me go back and like change it for them. Like,
I cannot believe it exists. Like it's the audience, they're not the filmmakers. Like
yeah,
you are making a film entirely for an audience, but it's just a fundamental misunderstanding of like what it means to make art. You're making
right.
it for an audience, but that doesn't mean that you're letting the audience hold
Dictate
hold the paintbrush.
paintbrush. It's like,
Like
I don't know who's an artist, Picasso, like people seeing his artwork and hating it. And then he's like, all right, let me throw this one away.
yeah.
And art isn't for everybody. Yeah. It's
Well,
subjective.
yeah, it's like once you open up that thing, because that's what it is. It's like you have people who are going to the screening knowing that they're being asked for this thing. So if you say, did you find this part confusing or did you find this part satisfying? And they're all of a sudden feeling emboldened to be like, you know what, I didn't.
Yeah,
And
right.
all of a sudden, as an artist, you're taking it like
Oh God,
it's
they
the
didn't.
yeah, it's just so, and then you go down that hole and it's not pure anymore.
Yeah, yeah, it's not your art anymore. Mark Ruffalo, Betty Gilpin, direly need to be adopted by those two
Yeah,
imminently.
yeah,
They're both masters of their craft, and I have been obsessed with Betty since I saw her on Glow. Did you?
yeah.
Is that how you found out about her?
I watched Glow. I'm trying to think if there was something else.
Because she's just fantastic, and I want to see her in just like everything.
Yeah, was the Hunt? Or did you ever
Yeah,
see that movie? Was that
yeah,
before Glow or after
that
Glow?
was after Glow.
Yeah, I think it was Glow
Um,
when I first saw her for sure.
they're fantastic. I was wondering if you learned anything from them. Just
I learned a lot. I learned a lot from the way Mark maneuvered through set. He's so kind and open and gentle. And like Mark is a little bit longer. It's like 5 minutes before a take. He'll start going into the world of the scene. But like with Betty, it'll be like a minute before. And then she also does this thing where she'll spin around like 5 times before a scene. She's just extremely present and extremely open hearted. I've experienced there are a lot of actors who are that good at their craft or are amazing actors or think of themselves as like very experienced actors and they are that sometimes those people can be really prickly.
On a high horse.
Well, not, it's like a high horse, but also just like they're just kind of grumpy or they're
Okay.
just like, I don't know.
Standoffish, maybe.
Yeah, Betty and Mark are the opposite. I think the reason why they're not grumpy is they know that that has to make its way into the performance, and
Mm,
it can't. Like
yeah.
with those with Dad and Kate, if they were to be like grumpy off set or like right before action, it would just you would
Throw
lose.
kind of throw everybody off, right?
Yeah, and but people like there are so I've had so many experiences with actors who do that. And I think a lot of people have experienced actors doing that.
Mm,
It's just really hard. And especially when like I'm really, really sensitive. So I feel that and it's hard for me to like, but they never did that.
that's
And
great.
they were just so great all the time.
I
And
mean, yeah, you could sense the closeness that you guys have. It's very palpable.
the
Very
love,
palpable.
they're just like very
Yeah.
loving people.
Did you call Mark dad on set? Because you said you just reference him as dad, maybe to like stay in character.
Maybe. Um,
That's kind of cute.
I don't know if I did. I think I mostly called him Mark. I don't know.
I guess that would be kind of weird, but also
Yeah.
kind of endearing. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely jokingly called him Daddy a lot,
Daddy,
but I think I
Mark
mostly
Ruffalo daddy, sugar
yeah,
daddy arc.
Sugar Daddy,
Right.
Sugar Daddy Mark, Marky Mark. They just really want to laugh too. Like Betty especially, just she's just the funniest person ever.
I've listened to the podcast with her on, and like I just want to like have a conversation with her.
You
Like
should. She's
when I
also
saw her name in the credits, I was or not the credits, but before the series came out, I knew I'd be sat for Betty.
yes, and she loves bits. She's constantly doing bits.
Love a bit. Love a
Love a
good
bit.
bit.
Yeah.
You're walking along the streets of Los Angeles with your sister Harper, and you see, actually, no, scratch that. This is real life. You're walking down the streets with Lily. You see one of the beautiful Los Angeles cinemas, and you see on the bill it's Hal and Harper, and they're playing the entire series. What is your ideal double bill that you could picture playing alongside of Hal and Harper? I have mine. I know mine.
Ooh, that's really good. It'd have to be something like the whole thing's playing.
Yeah, start to finish. We get the full.
So it'd have to be something pretty like entertaining.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
like unless you're just in for it.
Unless you just really want to like sob.
Yeah. I don't know. That's such a good I'm like feeling like a Hal Ashby movie would be good, but I don't know which one.
Okay.
What's
Remind me of
your
some Hal Ashby movies because don't think I've seen a Hal Ashby film.
Oh, Harold and Maude
Okay, okay.
and like coming home.
Right.
And being there. What's yours?
So this is actually, I didn't pick this because it is a Duplass film, but
Oh.
Blue Jay.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah, because it's kind of just about, I don't know, you're still a child, your soul is still a child, and it's just literally them two grappling with that concept. And I think that's what Hal and Harper
Yes, that's
gonna be.
great. That's Sarah Paulson, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Sarah Paulson, another. Would love to see you direct Sarah.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I would want to see an action movie. I don't know
Something
why.
kind of like,
Like Mission Impossible.
yeah, hell yeah. Maybe like a Yorgos film, something like really weird.
No,
And then
not me.
Hal and Harper could like ground you,
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
you know? Anyways, I think we got the wrap up.
Oh, any more questions? You guys want more?
Um, what are your thoughts? No, I was gonna ask what are your thoughts on AI in Hollywood, but it's like obviously fuck AI. LOL.
Well, I would like to talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
I I don't think people realize how scary it is and how embarrassing it is.
It's
And I
really
think that
embarrassing.
there should be more talk about how it is really scary, but people should talk about with how scary it is. People should be talking about how fucking embarrassing it is to like be scared of it also. If you really have a soul and you are a writer or an artist or someone just like who is doing something with soul, why are you worried about AI or why are we talking about
I
AI?
think because so many people aren't on that same page.
Right,
They're
that's
just in
my
it for the money. They're not in it for any, there's no soul in it.
right. It's almost like we have to change the narrative around it. Like, oh, there's an AI actor who's going to be, and you're going to see a lot of her around. If we could just sit in the truth of like, who cares?
Yeah.
But at the same
Yeah.
time, you have to hold the dialectic of like, what if people go? Because more and more you're seeing like nobody cares about soulful things. But more and more also you're seeing that people do.
Yeah.
Like the two movies that will rise to the top by the end of like April next year, the two movies that you'll remember are Hamnet and Sentimental Value. For the people who like film things one battle after another is like what cool. These movies don't last, and I think that it's what's great what we have over these people that just love money is they also have their of course they have these egos, and
Hmm.
these egos really do want to like be remembered. So that's the one thing we have going for us is like if you can attend to that part of these financiers' egos. When I tell people in financing
Right.
meetings, I say like, what are the movies that are going to rise to the thing? And everyone knows and agrees it's going to be Hamnet and Sentimental Value.
Yeah.
And the truth is, those movies are not going to like break the box office,
Right.
but they are going to make a substantial amount of money with what they were made for. They're
Hmm.
going to do well. The Oscars suck and all that, but like they are good for certain things. And I
Yeah. I
just
mean, Parasite is, I feel like, the biggest example of that. It took that to for some people to get into their mind, wait, maybe I can watch a movie with subtitles in a different language.
totally, yeah. It just yeah, it did. Yeah, it really did change the game in that way. I remember so clearly my mom being like, "Wait, Parasite has subtitles?" And it's like, "Yeah,
Because
but
you don't even
but,
realize.
but
You
you can still watch
genuinely,
it." Yeah.
yeah, if a movie's good, it's good. You're not going to be like focused on like, oh my God, I'm reading right now the entire
Right.
time. Yeah, I guess that was my final question. I really loved the matzo ballers.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Well,
know who came up with that, but I
I
really
came up
like
with it, but it's also on another show now.
what show? Oh, the way they just cut me off. The way Zoom just cut me off. Go watch Howlin' Harper. It is streaming, I believe, on Mubi. By the time this is up, the finale will have been out for a few days. If you want a good cry, if you want to long for your childhood and ponder your relationship with your parents, give it a watch if you want a guttural cry. With that being said, thank you for watching Post Credits Cafe. Cheers.